the STEM education is the talk of the hour, and then the education system hasn't changed over time. My father was reading from book and I was reading book, and then my kids also are reading from books. But the learning, the way kids should learn is slowly changing. If you look at, the kids are already born with a mobile in their hand. Even a 1-year-old kid, if you give them a smartphone, they are very comfortable using that. But that is not true for the grandparents. So when the kids are having excitement using the devices, they also expect same excitement when they go read or learn subjects in the school. But unfortunately, even today, the schools use the old methodology of teaching kids. There's a teacher and there is book, and the teacher is going to repeat what is there in the book. Some schools are using something called smart classes. These smart classes include a smart board where it has a smart display where they play some videos, which is reasonably better than just a teacher standing and explaining using a voice, right? So you have visuals coming out of the smart screen, which also get kids excited compared to just a teacher being there and teaching. Now, but that is not good enough. What we are trying to do is a tactile learning. When we talk about tactile learning, where the kids touch and feel, they interact with devices, they expect devices to be smart enough to interact with them. When the kids have devices, they like gamification. Take an example of games, right? Why kids get excited about games? Because they see shorter rewards coming from the games. When they solve a problem, they get to the next stage. They get rewarded in terms of coins, or the level of complexity increases, and the short-term rewards is something should happen in this STEM education as well. So if it is going to be a monologue where the teacher teaches something, where every kid listens to it and they are going to mug up, this is not going to help. The kids are supposed to learn something from the classroom, and they have to learn something beyond what has been taught in the class. In terms of learning, we usually stage it in 4 levels. The first level is when you listen to something or you see something and then try to copy it by seeing, right? The stage 2 is about copying it without seeing or without listening to somebody. You can copy, you can repeat. So that's a stage 2 of learning. Stage 3 is something where you have built your expertise on a subject and you try to build something new, make small variations to what you have seen, and then use that to showcase your own skill, your own flavor of the subject you have learned. The stage 4 is use the transdisciplinary learnings you have used to apply your learnings from one discipline to the other discipline. This way, this is where the real innovation happens, right? On the stage 4 is what real innovation happens, but stage 3 could be setting a path for a new innovation. Stage 1 and stage 2 is what most of our current education caters to. So they expect you to memorize what you have, and then you absolutely repeat the same thing. So even the questions are asked from the same book, and then even a smaller deviation from that is something the kids struggle to answer, because we don't promote creativity. We don't ask kids to ask questions, because even some of the times even the teachers are not well equipped with the knowledge what the kids expect from the teachers. So how the technology can help in this situation? How to use it is never teacher versus technology, but rather the technology should enable teachers to do a better job. So let the technology take over the stage 1 and 2. You can have a real good example or a real good visuals to teach a lesson, that a technology or a video can do a better job than a teacher, that can cater to stage 1 and 2. But when it comes to stage 3, where the student is applying their own creativity on subjects, what they have learned, a technology, a pre-recorded session cannot help them to go to the next level. Here is where actually the teacher acts as a mentor. They can guide the student, they can set their boundaries, but also to focus on what the new creativity should be. They can correct them they can assist the kids to get into stage 4 if they know their value is on stage 3 and stage 4, and leave that stage 1 and stage 2 of teaching to the technology. Current technology, if you take an example of artificial intelligence today learn from the history, and then it is going to help you to do some task which you hate to do, right? They can even replace some of these highly paid professionals today, because most of the highly paid professionals use data analytics, and their past learning and their expertise is paid, because their learning, their experience is what they help them to achieve something smarter. So the systems can learn from the history, and then huge amount of data better than human. That has been proved in multiple domains. Now, what is left for human to beat the system is creativity. That comes only on stage 3 and stage 4. Systems or artificial intelligence is not yet as good as human being in cross-applying knowledge from one domain to other domain. Interdisciplinary skill set is, the machines are not good at that, but human is really good at it. Even a small child is smarter than a machine when it comes to creativity. On a stage 3 and stage level of 4 level of learning, even a tiny baby is much better than a system. So how can we include technology space to kind of optimize time of a mentor, and then use mentor to do the job of level 3 and level 4, and then take away the level 1 and level 2 level of teaching to machines, where the mentor's value will be clearly seen by the students, because they clearly know what machines cannot do, but the mentors can, the teachers can do for them. Then they have a higher respect for teachers. If we make teachers compete against technology for stage 1 and 2, it is not going to be good. So it is not going to be fight between technology and teachers, but it is going to be collaboration of technology and teachers. We see that teachers should go to the level 3 and 4. They should upgrade themselves to enable themselves to be better at stage 3 and stage 4 rather than stage 1 and 2. And even the students, stage 1 and 2 comes naturally to them today, because and then technology teaching stage 1 and 2 level is good for even students, because they already are familiar with mobile. They see the rewards coming back from the mobile rather than a teacher. But when they see where the mobiles fail, that is when the kids will go back to the mentors, and then mentors are now ready to solve their problems, and now the collaboration between students and mentor becomes much better. It is much better rewarding for both the parties, and we believe that that is how it should be. The teacher should get on to stage 3 and stage 4. That is helping the students to be creators based on the base subjects they have learned in stage 1 and stage 2, and then taking them to the level 4, where teachers help them to create something totally new, which the kids haven't seen before. And then we believe that that is what going to be the future of education, and that is where, as educators and edtech startups, we believe that we will be creating a better society. Thank you.